Good morning and welcome to Real Estate Radio with Kelly Warren and Associates, where we are here to talk to you about real estate right here in the Mahoning Valley. I'm Kelly Warren and I'm in the studio this morning as usual with handsome Jim, but also...
Good morning.
Good morning.
Sorry, I just want to say hi.
Okay, hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, fantastic.
Cool.
You make this so awkward for me every
I know. It's so
I
fun.
think you intentionally do this.
I do.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, good. Do you have anything else to add?
Nope, that's it.
All right, before we get started, of course, if you have any real estate related questions, you can email them to us at askkelly@kellysoldit.com. You can also send us a call or a text at 330-717-2689. Or as our friend Mario said last week, just find me online. So just go look for Kelly Warren Associates. We're there. The easy way, of course, would be our website, kellysoldit.com.
kellysoldit.com.
Thanks for the echo, Jim. How was your week?
Mine?
Yes.
Oh, it was okay.
Okay.
That's it.
Fantastic.
No, my week was busy.
Why was your week busy?
Because we did those pierogies and stuff, and it was all kinds of nuts.
Spent a couple of days at hockey games, right?
Yeah, that too.
Okay.
That was the easy part. I just watched the hockey players. So
speaking of the hockey players, joining us in the studio this morning are Aiden, Riley, and Ariel, all from the Youngstown Phantoms. Why don't you guys tell us what you do on the Phantoms?
I'm Riley Funk, and I play forward for the Phantoms.
I'm Aiden Gallagher. I play defense.
And what do you do?
And I'm Ariel McNett, and I'm an account executive for the Phantoms.
Account executive. I always wonder what your title is, so this is good to know.
That's fancy.
It is fancy, very fancy.
Can I get a fancy title?
No.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're just handsome Jim, that's all.
It's fancy enough.
All right. Ron, I gotta tell you, we were on sports radio with Ron and he was calling you handsome Jim over there. I don't know if his listeners know you that way.
Oh, well, now they do.
Okay.
They're welcome.
Yes. Jim wanted a radio nickname, so he
Handsome
became
Jim it is.
Handsome Jim.
See?
Yes.
It's that easy.
Has a ring to it.
Yeah.
You just got to make it up yourself, and it's a good one.
So,
Kel tried to push Big Jim, and that's not very flattering. So we went with Handsome Jim.
That one sounds better.
Very similar.
Yeah, same thing.
we had our son who is 18 and just became a real estate agent, did one of these programs with us, and he the whole time was younger, thinner Jim. So yes, he got the better name. So we're in the studio this morning with the Phantoms because Kelly Warren and Associates has partnered up with the Phantoms through our account rep to become the official real estate agents of the Phantoms. And we've talked about that a couple times throughout the season. We did the food drive, and right now we're working towards the toy drive. Yep. So our office is being used as a drop location for that. If you have anything that you'd like to drop off, that is for, I'm gonna let Ariel speak to that.
So our game on December 6th, we are doing a toy drive. So anybody who brings a toy to the game will receive a voucher for an upcoming game to be able to come and enjoy it also. But these toys are going to the Fostering Dream Kids, which are local foster kids in the area.
I particularly think that's awesome because when I was growing up, my parents did foster care. So we had foster kids in the home, and I know they come in with very limited items, and the holidays are a little bit different from them because they're missing their families regardless of what their situation was that landed them there. It's very tough for them. So I love that we're doing that. So if you have toys, you can bring them to the game on December 6th. And you could also, if you wanted to stop anytime before then, into our office at 755 Boardman Canfield Road. We'll have a bin there. In addition to getting the voucher for the game, you also get, the feel good of the holiday season. Everybody's always looking for something to do this time of year, which we should do it all year, but I think this time of year makes you want to do it a little bit more. So
yeah, it's a good thing, and the foster kids are a good thing to give to. So. And
I agree, because they don't always have, like, foster families don't always have the money to spend the extra money on these foster kids, and we're supporting local, and that's our big thing, is getting locally involved with the communities and finding people that have those needs and fulfilling those needs.
That's awesome. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I imagine we're looking for new and unwrapped presents.
I remember when we were growing up and your parents did foster care, and there were some days where they had a lot of kids in there, and that's hard on a family. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
You're making it sound real old that you remember when I was growing up and that we were doing this. So
sorry.
that's all right.
I'm old now. Sorry. I'm on my own.
Now it's old man Jim. How's
Yeah.
that
Yes,
instead of handsome
old
Jim?
man, handsome Jim. Handsome old Jim.
I'm just sitting here waiting to die. Whatever.
On the downhill slope. All right. We got these young players with us.
See what you guys
Young,
have to look
handsome
forward
players.
Wow.
Take it. I'll take that.
All right,
Maybe you
so
can get.
Yep. So
we're let's talk hockey for a little bit. So how's it been going for you? Where are you guys from? Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, I'm from Canada, all the way up north, in the big province of Manitoba, and you know, it's the lifestyle's totally different. I mean, coming down here to Ohio, it's so go go go. Everything like Youngstown, people say it's not a big town, but it has way more than where I lived, and it's the third biggest. Where I'm from is the third biggest city in Manitoba, so it's a total different change of lifestyle. But I'm here for it, and I've been enjoying it so far.
That's awesome.
That's
Do you
cool.
know where Manitoba is? Because Ron Podesta did. He actually named all the provinces.
No, I have
so
no
I was
idea.
blown away by that.
Yeah, not many people know where Manitoba is. It's lower on the totem pole of provinces, but I mean, I'm pretty proud to be from there. So.
You gotta brush up on geography.
Yeah, I mean, these people down here just
Yes.
don't know their Canadian history.
all I know about
geography.
All I know about if I'm going to Canada is if I'm moving to Canada, I want to move to the west part of Canada.
Well, there you go. Manitoba's. We call it
See?
Western. We call it
Nailed it.
It
Western.
could be a nice home for you. He said there's only 13,000 people there.
Awesome. Yeah.
So I have a question, real estate related, about this because so you were saying it's as big as Ohio, bigger than Ohio.
Oh, it's bigger than Ohio. Yeah.
bigger than Ohio in land.
Yep.
But only 13,000 people.
Yeah. See, because it's so cold up north, all the people live within, I guess you'll do miles, about 200 miles from the border.
Mhm.
All like 75% of the people in Manitoba live 200 miles within the border to the U.S. So I mean, we have so much land, but all up northern, there's no people living there. It's all forest and not
Cool.
much life. I mean, there are a couple cities here and there, but very small cities that are there for different reasons.
So that's what I wanted to know. I was trying to picture like the land ratio. Like in New York City, you have all those people with this small amount of land.
Right.
And so you live in like these little apartments. So I'm wondering, like, do you own hundreds of acres? Like, how do you divide this up there?
Lots of people do, like, and there's lots of farmers. We have lots of farmland, and that's kind of what we're the prairies. That's what we call it. And we don't have many hills or anything like that. Really, it's
What
just
do you
farmland.
farm there?
All different kinds, like canola, everything. Like you name it, we farm it, and it's a different lifestyle.
Pineapples? Do you guys have pineapples?
You know, we do actually. One remote area in Manitoba, no. But,
Is that like the slogan of Manitoba? It's like you name it, we farm
exactly.
it.
Actually, I've been name dropping it a lot here, but it's definitely different. And like we're the third biggest, and we have 13,000 people. Like that is for me, it's big because that's where I'm from, and that's what I've grown up getting used to and knowing. But coming down here 20, 22, 23 hours of a drive is it's definitely different along the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
That was
right.
an interesting road trip you had too, right?
Oh, it was I drove all the way down through Michigan up to that cool Mackinac Bridge. I mean, just coming Mackinac Bridge, Mackinac City, whatever you guys call it. I mean, it's definitely cool to see because there's different lifestyles, and people might not realize it. It's different lifestyles in North Dakota, Minnesota, and I am used to those states a little bit more. I've always traveled down there and been able to go to hockey games and things along those lines down there, but I've never been down to the eastern side of America, and it is definitely interesting, and kind of you get a whole nother side of life.
So I have a question. Have you been to New York City?
I have not. My parents have.
Okay.
They did not say they loved it.
So you said Youngstown was fast. New York is crazy.
And that might be why, but they've been to New York and Boston. In Boston, they have glowing reviews and loved it.
Yeah.
And New York is just, they said it's too fast. It's like you just don't get to enjoy kind of things, and they really love Boston.
If you're walking down the street in New York City, everybody's walking with you because there's so many people. Like traffic is a waste of time. So you're like, hey, I'm going to walk 3 blocks over. You're like sprinting, like everybody else is in a hurry, and you're like, oh
You
crap.
just gotta hurry up and make a decision. Just go.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
gotta, you gotta like keep up with the crowd, and I'm like, I don't have time for this.
No, exactly.
So,
I see where you're looking at it from there. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's not me either. I just like a nice, relaxed day and
Yeah,
go along with it, you know?
Alright.
same thing. Cool.
All right. So tell us a little about where you're from.
Well, I'm a little closer than 23 hours away. Stone throw away, 40 minutes north of Detroit, a little city called Rochester Hills, Michigan. So that's always great growing up there. It's a really big hockey hub. A lot of AAA teams are from around that area, so hockey was really predominant in around that area. And growing up, it was just all hockey. Love it there. I think it's pretty similar to Youngstown in a way. You got the big city with the buildings, and it's great.
I think it is very similar to Youngstown because it's even cars and steel mills, and
Yep.
you know, we've got the same industry and the same
Not steel mills, but
well,
industrial,
yeah, industrial,
It's
yes.
really industrialized, yeah.
Yes, yeah. So very similar lifestyle. My daughter does Taekwondo, and we go to Michigan for tournaments here and there. So
Yeah,
that's been
state.
my view of Michigan, has been inside hockey Taekwondo tournaments.
Hockey tournaments.
What's what we're talking about today?
Where are these tournaments at?
Where are we going?
Grand Rapids is one of them.
Okay, so west side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I don't remember, honestly, I
I
it
don't
just says
remember either.
Michigan's.
Yeah, a couple
So-
different ones.
Yeah.
Grand Rapids is a good city.
Okay, very cool. So, what has gotten you guys into hockey? What specifically brought you here? So, like, you joined as children, I imagine, to be playing at this level now, right?
Yeah, so I was introduced at a young age. I don't really remember starting. It kind of just, my mom threw me into skating school, and then
It's
all I
just
could
always there.
all I
like
all I
that.
can remember is just playing hockey. And getting into Youngstown is actually well, Riley and I have two different stories. Playing for different teams. I was in the North American Hockey League in Bismarck, North Dakota, and lucky enough, after that season ended, Youngstown decided to draft me, and went to main camp, played well, made the 30-man roster, came into this season and earned a spot, and just been playing here ever since.
Very cool.
Yeah, and for me, like I mean, kind of up there, it's hockey's you eat, sleep, breathe it, right? And I've started when I was 2, and my dad played junior hockey as well. He was a goalie and played high levels, and you know, it's just been all the generations in my family, part of me. And you know, I played at my hometown. I've never lived out of my house until this year. Actually, I've played junior hockey in my hometown. Won a league championship last year. Went to national championships in Canada. I mean, it's been fun. And then I kind of thought that to take that next step, and Patterson called me, Brad Patterson, and said that this was an opportunity that could be here. And you know, I never really pictured myself coming down and playing in the USHL for the Youngstown Phantoms. I didn't know much about it at all, right? And it's kind of a small town boy that I've never thought about that, right? And it was definitely a good decision, and the experience has been unbelievable, and the hockey's great, and just coming down here, I've enjoyed it, and no regrets at all.
Very good.
To fast-paced Youngstown.
So this is actually Riley's first time away from home too. So
Yes, I've never moved out of the house in my life, and I've always wanted to experience that billet life, living at a billets, and my billets here are great family, and I appreciate them so much. But it's definitely different, just because I have 3 younger brothers, and moving out of the house, you know, it's tough, right? You grow up with them and helping them through hockey, and watching them grow up, and you know, one's 6 years old and he's still growing up, and you know, you miss them, right?
Yeah.
And but it's good. You got FaceTime for a reason, and you get to go home at Christmas and say hi.
So Youngstown is still learning the hockey language.
Oh, for sure.
Because we went to the Purse Bingo for the youth league, and Ariela's walking around telling me, "Oh, they're a billet. No, they're billets." And I'm thinking like the family name, like they're Warrens and they're Warrens. And I'm like, this is a huge family, all these people. So it wasn't until like a day or two later she made another comment, and I'm like, oh. So,
Yes, the billets are where you live.
yeah, I get it.
I guess that makes sense though. Why would people know that really down here? Like, why would they?
Right.
So, I mean, yeah, it's the host family that takes you in and lets you live there very graciously
Yes.
for the year. And you know, they do so much for us players. Like, it's ridiculous. They let you come and live in their house, and they have kids too. They have a life that's busy, and to put up with you at some times when they don't really want to, and you know, they do so much for us. And
For the love of the game.
yeah,
I love it.
exactly.
So we're going to be taking a quick break in a minute, but before we do, I wanted to put an invitation out there. Kelly Warren and Associates is sponsoring the game on December 6th, and that means that we have tickets. We have lots of tickets. So for our listeners, anybody who's listening who wants to try out hockey and come watch Aiden and Riley and come join in the fun, email us at askkelly@kellysoldit.com. For the December 6th game, we've got some free tickets for you. It is also family fun night. So the kids under 12 get some popcorn and cotton candy. and I've got tickets that I can offer you. They're also doing discounted tickets for children that day, and it's the toy drive day. So again, if you want to show up with a toy for the Fostering Dreams network, and also you could drop off toys at our office. So just to put that invitation out there to our listeners, we'd love to have you. And of course, be sure to stop by our table. We'll be at the game. You know, we love hearing our listeners and meeting you in person. So Handsome Jim will be there. He's obviously the number one.
Listen, Handsome Jim's real low key.
Yeah.
I can't let people know where I'm at, or you know.
Well, he'll be at the game.
There'll
on
be
December
all
6th,
kinds of
so
people there, and we'll have to up security to, you know.
And before we get back into hockey talk, we're going to talk homes. And so we've got our favorite home picks of the week, and I'm going to let Handsome Jim lead with his.
Okay, awesome. So mine is 5445 Fisher Corinth Road in Farmdale, Ohio.
Tell me your number one favorite thing about this house, because I could tell you, I could write it down. I know what it's going to be.
Well, first of all, I like saying Fisher Corinth.
Oh, well, that was not going to be
feel
where
like
I was
that's
going.
cool.
All right.
Because it's in Trumbull County.
It's
lots of land.
Yes, out there,
Yes.
land. I think you might like to move to Manitoba.
I probably would. I probably would. Can I get it to be tropical? Can we get Manitoba
No.
to be on the ocean?
No, he said it's colder there. He said he could be wearing shorts here.
See, that's the only downside about it.
All right. So you're just Trumbull County guy.
Yeah.
Got it.
So this house is awesome. It's got 20 acres. It's 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. This is a very well built home. Absolutely beautiful. The garage there's an attached 2-car garage, which is beautiful. I was in it the other day. This home just blows my mind with how well kept it's been. It has a 24 by 40 barn or outbuilding.
Those outbuildings are so popular and important too.
Yeah.
Like everybody's got a use for one.
And this one has 2 horse stalls in it, so you don't have to do real big with lots of horses. You can have a couple and you know, enjoy the property and stuff like that, which is really
How
cool.
many acres do we have?
20 acres.
20 acres. There you go.
That's just enough.
How much do you need for it?
This one currently is listed at $290.
$290 for 20 acres and horse barns
In
and your own
Farmdale.
piece of paradise. Yep. Big sprawling ranch. Okay. And you can find it on Fisher Corinth, because Jim apparently likes to say that right.
That's a really cool name.
Yes,
Fisher
it is.
Corinth.
KellySoldIt.com for more information on the listing on Fisher Corinth. Or you can give Handsome Jim a call at 330-717-2689 to schedule a showing.
I'm Handsome Jim. You can call me anytime. We're cool.
Okay. My home pick of the week is 2064 Inwood Drive in Austintown. This is an adorable little ranch, under $100,000, $99,900. It is 3 bedrooms, hardwood floors, ranch home, 1,300 square feet. It's got a little family room addition to it, so you've got your living room and your family room, open kitchen, which has been updated, and there's a finished basement, new roof. I mean, it's everything that you could ask for under $100,000. It's in that area of Austintown off a new road behind St. Joe's Church there, Trophy Estates.
That's a great deal.
It
For
is.
under $100,000.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I love best about our area is the affordability. So as we're talking to Aiden and Riley from the Phantoms, we talked a little bit about where you guys are from. Do you have any idea what home values are in your area?
Not a clue.
I gotta say, I haven't looked into that.
Okay. It's something that always, I mean, I'm in real estate, so you know, it's my thing, but I always like look
Don't
at
worry, guys. When you get a wife, she'll tell you if
No,
it's
it
a
is-
good deal or not.
It is different. Like, I mean, the dollar too. Like, I think ours are a lot higher than that, just because of the dollar and stuff like that. But I'm not totally knowledgeable about that.
Yeah.
I mean, the prices seem different than from where I am.
In the networking group that we're in with Barbara Corcoran from the Shark Tank, there are a few Canadian agents there, and a lot of them, their average sale prices are $250, $450, and selling in days. You know, so much stronger than our market from what they're in.
Yeah, and that would be true from what I hear around my area and back home. I mean, I think that they are higher, but that's just, I think, the area and the dollar, right?
Yeah. So for an area for where like you're describing your home is, so you got a couple different things that you're gonna go against. You know, obviously there's only so many homes, but then there's also so many people. Like there's only so many people. So as like those families keep having kids, and as you guys grow up and then want homes close to home, then that's going to help drive up values for your homes. So
Right, and what is happening around is like lots of new homes going up.
Mhm.
Like so many, just because of that, right?
Yep.
Because we have so much land to work with, and there's so much farmland being sold for development areas, and that's exactly it. We've got lots of new homes going up.
That's fun.
Cool.
And I assume Detroit is probably pretty similar to our market. Do you
Yeah.
think?
Yeah, I just Rochester Hills and like specifically, I know they're putting up a lot more like apartments and condos and not so much building homes, but just trying to fit as many people in as possible, I guess.
Still growth, which is good.
Yeah. It's really growing. They're making a lot of updates to downtown Rochester, and it's a really nice city. It's really clean and like good schooling, good low crime rates, and with all the upcoming apartments and condos downtown and like just outside of downtown, like they're trying to draw in more people, and a lot more people are coming to the city.
Fun. I like it.
Yeah, that's cool stuff.
Yeah.
So now that we got hockey players in here, can we talk about my favorite part of hockey?
Okay.
The fights. I
Okay.
need more fights.
Yeah, it's those are leaving the game.
Man.
It's just, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's still fights, but just not nearly as many as probably what you guys are used to. Like, right? Like I've heard the last team that was here before the Youngstown Phantoms, just my billet dad explained it to me, and it's just like he'd see 4 fights a night, and I'm just like, yeah, that's not the way of the game anymore. It's definitely changed.
It's just difficult when like you get in a fight and you're in a box for 5, 10, 15 minutes, and it's you're taking yourself out for like almost a third of the game.
Yeah. So logically, it's smarter to not fight.
Yeah.
So that you have a better chance of scoring.
Exactly.
Awesome. I thought listen, the other day was one of the first tuffles that I've really seen for the year. And I was like, come on, finally a big one.
That was me too, actually.
Those gloves are glued on, aren't they?
Yeah. You know, they might fall off once. You never know.
On accident, though.
Yeah, you never know.
I don't know why, but that always just, like, the same reason I watch NASCAR, because I want to see a car crash. Like,
Jeez,
same thing.
Jim.
I know, it's crazy. So,
Enjoyment at the expense of others.
I'm sorry.
Well, and I think the fight excites the crowd too. You know, it gets the crowd a little bit more motivated, and you know, they're like, oh, you know, and you just know when something's going down when the crowd is, going crazy. So.
Yep, and banging on the glass.
Yep.
Get him. I love watching it though, and then watching like good shots up against the boards and stuff like that is so fun. Like, again, I want to see a car crash.
Something wrong with
You
you.
see something collide.
Right, exactly.
I mean, just watching them, period, is amazing. I mean, like Ron Patessa said earlier, they skate like backwards just as fast as they skate forward, and you're just like, how do they do that? You know, like it's amazing what these kids can do.
The funny thing to me is I can't even ice skate. Like I can't even put on a pair of skates and do it. Like,
well,
it's crazy.
December 6th, we have a post-game skate that you can put some ice skates on and try. And I'm sure Aiden and Riley will assist you in skating around the ice skating rink.
Handsome Jim has to be careful because I got a lot of gold here to protect in this beautiful face
Handsome
of
Jim
mine.
might not be Handsome Jim anymore.
Right?
Might have to, surround you, bubble wrap, and just
Roll me out there.
roll you out there.
There you go. So.
I'm so seeing you in skates then.
Of course you are.
You got Lauren and I in skates at the roller rink that we're selling, and so yes, that is happening.
I agree. I totally agree.
I might be sick that day.
All right, Ariel, I want you to tell us about a couple of things that are upcoming with the Phantoms.
So, as you know, we played Friday and Saturday night. So the Phantoms are going away this weekend, which is also Black Friday weekend. But how about you come and break up your Black Friday shopping and come watch the Phantoms for a watch party at 7:05 at Camelot Lanes on Boardman Canfield Road. There'll be some drinking specials, and the kids can bowl, and we can watch hockey on the big screens. And then also December 6th, the Phantoms return back home, which is also our toy drive and family fun night. So children under 12 will receive a $5 ticket, free popcorn, free cotton candy, and free 8-ounce Pepsi. All local toys that you bring to the game will be going to Fostering Dreams and supporting the local foster kids. And also, like I just told Jim, it will be a post-game skates, and we will have skates available for those who do not have ice skates to be able to rent them for free.
rent them for free. We are so doing that.
Oh my goodness.
Bring your own bubble wrap though.
We'll put you in a bubble, the bubble soccer things.
I've seen those. That
So
would be fun.
our 10-year-old is enjoying watching the games and kind of getting into this. So I was just asking about the youth league to see but he's not familiar with skating. So I'll throw him in some skates and try it out because I'd like to sign him up for. I think they were saying that there's a learn to skate.
deep
at
freeze.
the deep
Yeah.
freeze there, and
Yeah.
I know my billet brothers do that, and you know, it's great. Like, I think, and we help out with that too, and it's good to see all the kids getting into it, because I think once the game grows and you get into it, more people will start coming down, and the more people, the better.
Matthew's totally crazy, so he'll be into that. What's it? Wednesdays?
Wednesdays
That's
at 6:15 is learn to skate.
Okay.
Oh, the deep freeze.
All right, I'm gonna sign him up for that, and I'm gonna put him in skates on the 6th, along with Handsome
No,
Jim. Yes.
I'm busy that day.
Yes.
Go Hanson Jim.
Listen, I'll finally get to see a fight. You guys will come and check me
Jim,
up.
please find Handsome Jim on. You're like, you wanted to see this.
You want to see a car crash, buddy? Here we go.
Jim up against the boards.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, thank you so much, listeners, for letting us take a little bit of a break from the normal today, where we are normally just talking about homes. And while we have a good time talking about septic systems and random house facts, I think we have a little bit more fun talking about hockey. But we do love to see our listeners in person. And so, again, if you're interested in coming and checking out a game and coming to say hi to us and just, visiting the local community downtown on that night of the 6th, that game, they're doing the tree lighting downtown, and they have some events going on, which are all happening right before the game anyway. So you can come make an evening out of it. Stop down and make sure you say hi to us. If you would like some tickets, go ahead and send an email to askkelly@kellysold.com. We can make that happen for you. Don't forget about the toy drive, and don't forget, if you're coming, to stop by and say hi to Handsome Jim. He would love to see you. We'll make sure he's wearing a shirt so that he can be easily identified. Of course, if you have any real estate needs.
What if I'm the only guy down there not wearing a shirt at all? Then you'll
Oh,
be able
that's
to
kind of scary.
identify
You
me.
need to wear a shirt.
Yeah.
That would be even more scary, yes. For all your real estate needs, you can find us anytime online at kellysoldit.com. You can also give us a call or a text at 330-717-2689. Thanks for listening.